We are devastated to have to tell you.
Oh, don't start looking at me.
Real talk alert.
Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 4 of Wheel Talk, the podcast all about EUC, the community, and E-Riders. Shorter gap this time. We had lots of feedback asking to do more of them, so we're putting time aside on Friday afternoon to do this. We are joined by Steve, as always, and we have a very special guest, our new marketing and everything person, Amy. Amy has been with us now for almost a month. Welcome.
Wow.
Hi.
So Amy's got her own special camera. She's very, very uncomfortable with it, and she's listening to us on headphones, so she can hear all of our breaths. Amy will be looking after the marketing. She'll be speaking to you guys and girls on the phone and live chat and so on, and helping out with a lot. So you've been doing some stock taking this week.
Yep, as you can tell by the pile of trash behind me, we've been organizing
Just careful with the word trash. There is some good stuff in there. There's a lazy rolling jumper. There's some Bubble Bee.
cardboard and valuable items currently on sale that you should look at E-Riderz.com.
If we can get some more cameras, we might even switch over to the
Get a tech camera.
tech camera.
Yeah.
See the.
Well,
jobs
I want to
being
get
done.
a new segment, Techs on the Couch or something, where we get the boys up here to talk about what they're working on, the problem wheels, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that's good feedback.
Good feedback. Can you make it happen?
I can try.
There you go. We've heard it from Amy. She's going to make it happen. Not a super long one this week. We're going to talk about the F22, not the airplane, but the leaked wheel from Kingsong. Talking about our new site. We're going to share where we are moving to and when. We're going to talk about accessories. So I want to share something we haven't spoken about. We always say accessories, but we never go deeply into what we've got, because we've actually got some really cool things just to the left of me, and we just don't spruik them. So I'm going to take, this is an accessory. We're going to take 5 minutes to talk about what we've got, because we have some specialized ones we want to share. We're going to talk about the Falcon, because we have finally committed to the next order.
Yeah.
We've got, I think,
Pre-order.
yeah, so we've got 10 coming, 3 are already pre-sold. So don't wait if you do want to get one. The A2 is a good example of that. We just can't keep the A2s in stock. We just had our order, and before the container arrived, they were sold out, and there was already a waiting list for the next delivery. So we've got another, I think, 15 of those coming, and we've already pre-sold 4 of those ones. So for the A2s and the Falcons, if you are interested, give us a call. We can talk about it, but don't wait. Place the order. And then we're going to talk about, there was one question, we'll talk about the ET Max and the links, but we're also going to talk about, on the last episode, someone asked about why you'd get the T4 Pro over the S16 Pro. Steve's going to take that one, because he's the technical guy.
I'm not taking.
You are the technical guy. So, starting at the top, F22. We've seen some leaks. You've seen some photos.
Yeah,
Steve has some photos, which he can't share.
I do. They look better than the leaked prototypes, but yeah, I was surprised and wasn't sure if it was real either, given Kingsong's history of an extenuous kind of, is that a word?
Yeah,
lead up to the launch.
Well, I saw EUC Wheeler. I woke up to head shared some pictures, and I thought someone had painted. I can't say it. Painted their pattern. That's it. It looks. I can see why the community is sort of doing all the memes or the memes.
We call them memes.
We call them memes here, because it annoys Amy. She's rolling her eyes. There's lots of memes going around, showing Kingsong copying Leaper Kim's homework. It does look very similar. Like, it does. There is a line in the sand where okay, orange is a cool color, so everyone uses orange. Everyone uses fast ace suspension. There is definitely a trend going that direction.
For sure.
This one has some pretty cool features, though. Like, it does. When you read it on paper, it sounds pretty cool. Like, I think if Kingsong can actually get it right...
The general specifications sound a hell of a lot like a Lynx.
It does.
The voltage, the battery size, 50S cells, fast ace suspension. But it does look like they're trying to implement a new 4-stanchion suspension and slider system.
I did tell Steve before the show he could say that, because if I tried, I would have said stallion, and you would have all laughed at me. 4-stanchion. So it's diagonal across. So you've got fast ace, stanchion, or roller or runner. What is it going to be?
Sliders? I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, the S16s and the S19s are so far proven to be pretty good. Like, we haven't seen massive failures like we did with the S22s when they first came out. So maybe they've worked out the formula of those runners. maybe. Hopefully they
it's like
carry that across.
Gen 3 or 4 of their sort of slider technology.
So 50S, 152 volt. They reckon it's going to be about 40 kilos, 2,700 watt hour battery.
50S cells, yep.
So it looks nice. It's got a cool name. It's coming from a reputable brand, or fairly reputable, depending on who you ask. You know, they have had some misses, but they've had some home runs. So we will get it in. We'll get the F22 in.
F22 supposed to be inspired by a F22 jet plane.
Yeah. So we'll call it the Maverick. What did he fly in Top Gun? Was it an F22? Was it Hornet? Wasn't it? I don't know. We don't. Oh, Amy's googling it. She's on it right now.
Normally, Kingsong go with animal names because that's a popular trend in China.
Yeah.
Everybody loves.
What was that limited edition one they did? The weird one. Oh, Amy's got an answer.
He flew the F14 Tomcat.
Tomcat. Of course.
Tomcat.
Okay. We were close. Only a few numbers out. All right, moving on. A new site. This is a big one because this is a massive amount of work, and it's been a time coming. Like, we've put a lot of effort into this. We looked at lots of sites. I mean, I'll be really honest. The reason we're moving is because of Statera bikes. Honestly, it really is. Like, we could stay here comfortably if we just wanted to keep doing EUC and not expand.
We can just fit it all in, but definitely as soon as you start adding in cartons of bikes, there's no
bikes and parts and an additional workshop and extra staff to manage all that.
For sure.
So the new site, I'm going to tell you the address so you can get your Googling out and look at it. It's 186 New Cleveland Road, Tingalpa. It's a little bit of a funny one. It's like New Cleveland Road, and then it got the McDonald's is right on the corner.
So you'll gym next door.
A gym. We've got a cafe.
What was Grumpy and Lovely?
Grumpy and Lovely. Yeah. We're not there yet, so don't go in and expect to walk in there and get some Bumblebee rails or whatever, or lazy rolling or EUCs or e-bikes. We're not moving until at this point probably the second week of June.
We'll probably move during those 2 weeks.
That period.
We just don't really know until they get out.
When we move in, you're going to see some differences in E-Riderz. You know, we will be expanding. The shop will be a little bit bigger. We'll have a logistics person on. We're also going to be starting to look at Saturday trading. There is a cafe right next door, so it kind of makes sense because one of the big reasons we're moving to this site is foot traffic. You know, there's a Macca's right there. There's a cafe. There's a gym. And so in our mind, if the cafe is open on a Saturday, then it's probably a good reason for us to be there until 12:30 as well. There's going to be loads of opportunities to get involved with the new site. So Steve and I have been talking about how we want to set it up, and we're going to create some walls downstairs and get some. We'd love to find a local artist to work with to do like a mural, because we want to have a permanent home for Wheel Talk down there and have some sort of cool art installation, maybe drawing from EUC parts and bike parts and like Volt, all that sort of thing. We don't know yet, so if you are or you know someone, if you know or if you are an artist or you know someone, comment below, put them in contact with us. We'd love to have a chat to find out what we can do. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. So I will say, I mean, we have Amy on the emails and phones, which is awesome, but if we miss an email or a phone call, it probably means we're downstairs boxing stuff up or getting ready to move the thousands and thousands of EUC parts we have downstairs.
We have got the new customer service kind of omni-channel program running, so that we hopefully will make sure that we can see your incoming messages from Facebook, Instagram, web chat, emails, etc. We have kind of got our heads around that, and we do apologize for those that tried using the web chat in the previous weeks before that, because while it was not working properly and offline, we basically just weren't getting back to people until we got a flood of messages working. But yeah, just try and be patient. Feel free to try 2 channels or give us a call, and we'll do our best to get back to you. But we will all be, it will be a hectic time packing and moving and preparing.
One big thing I think we should probably mention is from next week until we move, so that's approximately 15 to 20 days, we won't be taking on any non-warranty work. So if there's local riders and it's a warranty work, we'll still look after you, definitely. But we need to put a line in the sand of when we stop, because otherwise we'll just never be able to pack up downstairs. So for the next month, we'll
still be sending out parts.
Oh, you'll still be sending out parts and so on.
It's just those little sort of projects and...
Exactly. If you are about to bring something in, maybe just call first, because as I said, Tuesday, Wednesday next week is when we'll that'll be the final non-warranty job. Agree?
Agreed.
Right, accessories. The first one I want to talk about is, because we've sold a whole heap of Sherman S's into Australia, like a whole heap. And at the time, we ordered some really nice CNC aftermarket pedals, specifically designed for the Sherman S. And we didn't put them on the website because...
Yeah, they were a little late.
They were a little bit late, and we never told any of the Sherman S customers. So I'll put the link below, and we're going to put them on really cheap, because it's not like a lot of the pedals where they can cross-fit. And Sherman S, the links are all very specific.
They're designed to fit the Sherman S hanger. And
so if you have one, or if you know someone who's got one, doesn't even matter if it was bought from us. We're going to put them on at cost plus shipping. So they'll work out about $180.
Something like that.
Something like that. About $180. Check it out, because they are really, really nice pedals. Other one, Link seats. We've got those. They came in the most recent delivery. We've only got 5 left out of the 20, I think.
Yeah, they were out of stock on the website until a couple of hours ago when I spotted that they were showing out of stock. Yep. So we've gone through and put a bunch of things back into stock that had inadvertently gotten put out of stock.
Yeah, that was that system I tried to use.
And even if you've checked out the Bobblebee packs, have another look, because there's about 3 more colors on there now.
The Tundra,
the Jetstream Blue, the Le Mans, and the Cappuccino.
Pads, we've got a whole heap of pads. We've got some BD3s back in stock with the laser cut Velcro for the links, which is really nice.
That's right. So basically each pads kit comes with some Velcro to fit the sides of different wheels. So yeah, they're a pretty good pad for a bunch of different types of wheels. So yeah, don't think that they're just for...
They're amazing. Those BD3s, I think, is the best pad we've ever sold. Like, without getting into the whole... I'm not saying they're better than Grizzly, because we've never sold them. But the best pad we've ever sold, 100% the BD3. You get the 3-piece, you get the toe, the front, the brake. It's such a nice pad.
Yep.
And we've got the V14 seats incoming. So they're on our website now. It's pre-sale, right?
That's right. Yep. So anyone who has a V14 and was interested in adding on an aftermarket seat for it.
Is it made by InMotion or Bedow? Bedow, how you say it?
I think, well, they're supplied through InMotion, but they were probably made by...
Yeah. So they're InMotion. They're InMotion branded, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay. Just like the other seats.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay. Right, Falcon. Next topic. Falcon is incoming. I'll let you can have this one, because I know nothing about it.
We still don't know that much about it, but we have seen, some
steers, some jumps.
Yeah, like it's been at a few of the expos, I think, where some of the dealers from around the world were visiting expos in China, so they were able to sort of have a test ride. There's a lot of good comments about its suspension, about how it feels, and I think it's just going to be one of those fun wheels.
Yeah. So
we've got some incoming, but we haven't gone overboard and got tons and tons. So if you're interested, you probably want to put a deposit on one. Otherwise, they probably won't be in stock by the time. Yeah,
it's a common theme at the moment, unfortunately, because we don't have the space here. Once we move, we'll be able to get a bit more. We can't
get excess stock. Not only that, it isn't in the best interest to stock up until we move anyway.
Yeah, of course, that's what I mean.
Until after we move, sorry. But yeah, I think it'll be a fun wheel.
Yeah, well, it's a lightweight wheel. It's a smaller battery. Was it 900 watt hours or something?
900 watt hours with 50S
to keep the weight
high
down.
Discharge cells. So yeah, I think it's going to be. I've always enjoyed the smaller wheels, but
yeah, you always ride the S16 Pro. You love that thing.
Yeah, and this is even a little smaller diameter, a different type of tire, different feel, but yeah, it's the sort of small wheel that when you add in suspension, it's like, this is so much fun.
Yep.
You don't get, to get to the suspension wheels, you typically have to go to before the S16 came out, it was more like a V11 or a T4, and you add a lot of extra weight to it to do that. Whereas this wheel's like small, compact.
Do we know the weight?
Lightweight. Not off the top of my head, but yeah.
Another thing, and I didn't say we're going to talk about this, V11Y.
Yeah.
Just it's completely off topic. I'm just throwing it at him. Hasn't that surprised us?
Yeah.
Not even about how it rides or anything, but just
V11
how popular.
was always a super popular wheel.
V11, yeah.
Like I think V11s was one of the highest volume wheels ever released.
I think it holds the record, right, of the most sold units worldwide.
Yeah, something like that. We've seen a lot.
Yeah.
Compared to other wheels as well. I think it was partly to do with the timing of when the V11 came out. It was like, it was, what it offered with suspension. It just sort of was a game changer.
And now we've got the V11Y, and we got I think 10 in thinking, these will be a slow burner, and they were gone. Like people were buying 2 of them at a time.
Yeah.
So it's got a slightly better ground clearance. It's got the Raptor Y board. What else?
It's actually slightly lower.
Lower, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's lower, but it's got more.
Because it
basically
gives.
It's lower, but it's got more ground, but it's got higher. It's got more suspension travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it just sort of lowers your center of gravity a bit. It's obviously got the differences with the aesthetics, with the orange stripes, and they include the little orange bumpers.
Yeah, which is nice.
Which is nice because they're heaps better than any of the printed.
No, our prints were pretty good at the end there. Like after 2 years of trying, I think we got a pretty clean print.
We got a few prints.
We almost sold a set instead of giving them away. Anyway, so Falcon, if you want it, it's coming. It's on our website. It will sell out, so don't drag your feet. ETMax, we are sold out of ETMaxes.
We didn't have a lot, but they're gone. So.
Yeah, and there is a firmware update that's just come out, which takes the freewheel speed up to 186 kilometers per hour. But apparently, and again, you can fact check me, this is coming out, we're recording this on Friday at 3:14. Apparently Begode has warned not to do it because there's bugs and they're trying to fix it right now. And links, so we've got ETMax. Do we have any more coming? There's nothing ordered on the next batch, is there? Because we didn't expect them to sell it so quickly. So we missed this container.
We haven't had any more pre-orders yet. So.
But we do have more links coming. So we've sorted out links again. This is the third time. Yeah. We've got more links coming. They'll be here in about 4 weeks as well. So again, 66 and 70, but we're only doing 50S this time, right? But as of right now, so no 50 GBs.
No 50
GBs? E's. Oh my god, it's too many batteries.
Different brands.
Only 50S's. 66 and 70 will be in the next delivery. Again, pre-sale available. Jump on if you do want to get one. Right, last thing, T4, and again, this is all you. T4 Pro versus S16.
Oh, that was a comment on the last episode of Wheel Talk. Someone asking about the differences between the T4 Pro and the S16. They're
very different wheels. Yeah.
Obviously, there's differences in specs. I think the reason that this came up was because
the price is so close.
Yeah, they are similarly priced. Just in Australian dollars, between 3,300. They're all in that sort of price range, just over 3,000.
But one's a very, like I said to you before, one's a very pretty wheel and one's utilitarian, right? The T4 is very utilitarian. It's just a no frills wheel with good performance. Whereas the S16 and S16 Pro is a very pretty wheel. It's nice lights, speakers. It's nice to ride around the city.
BMS. Obviously, it's a lower voltage wheel, the S16, and it's just got a standard, single spring, nice lights and music, and that's the sort of stuff that Begode hasn't really been that interested in. And even if they were, T4 isn't the wheel for that. It's basically just like they have made the T4 Pro to be more street orientated with the street wheel.
Yep.
But before that, I just used to look at it and think, oh, that's a beastie looking kind of trail wheel or something like that. But yeah, it's heavier. It's kind of got that naked, battery cases exposed. But yeah, it's heavier. I feel like to ride.
Yeah, and what's a much bigger battery, right? It's 1800 watt hour versus 14 something.
1800 versus approximately 1500 watt hour battery.
Yeah.
And there is 50S versions in both models. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it rides differently.
Yeah. So you wouldn't pick one over the other for pure performance. It's going to come down to personal taste. If you want an off-road wheel that
the S16 is shorter.
Oh yeah, it's much easier to ride. My Zoe can ride the S16.
It's got a nice integrated kickstand as well.
Yeah, that is nice.
T4 is kind of like a slap on some metal bars that make up a a rear
Well,
kickstand.
and you got to buy it. It's an extra. It's an extra.
Yeah,
$50
it is an
or
extra
something.
50, 60 bucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not really sure. We haven't ridden them side by side and really thought about it that closely.
Because we were surprised with the S16. I remember we loved the S16 Pro. You know, we've actually sold
It's
out
just
of the
so
S16
nimble.
Pro.
It's so nimble. It rides very differently.
But I think,
yeah.
but where it's, I think where the T4 wins is if you're going on an off-road adventure, the S16 will run out faster. You know, the T4 has a much bigger battery. You know,
Yeah.
and
I'd say so.
better suspension.
There's similar power in motor.
Yeah.
But because of that 1800 watt hour battery versus the 1500, you're definitely going to get to the end of the battery life when off-roading.
Yeah.
We should probably bring up the situation with the ERL National Championships racing.
Yeah, good point.
Schedule.
That's okay. The microphones are close enough. Amy's just waving her hand in the air.
Don't say anything too important.
Could you hear the plane over the microphone?
Yeah.
Oh well. So ERL, Electric Racing League, we spoke about on the last podcast about how we were super excited to be going to their national
Track Championships.
National Track Championships. That's
National
it.
Track Championships.
National Track Championships. But unfortunately, they put a post out earlier in the week.
Yes, we are devastated to have to tell you.
You can read it verbatim.
No. Unfortunately, out of our control.
Basically, just summarise.
Basically, the track that it was going to be booked for, they're resurfacing and they won't allow anybody to ride on the track for a good couple of months or more.
They basically need the track to cure because it needs to be perfect for these high-speed go-karts.
Yeah. Even though they were hoping that they could squeeze us in as an event.
The good news is they do have other options and they're trying to lock those in very, very quickly.
Yep.
There's still a very good chance it'll happen on the same date, but in a completely different location. Still Queensland, but we'll know more. We'll know more very shortly. So I know there was lots and lots of people looking forward to it, and I think they'll just need to watch.
We're still aiming for September, October.
Yeah. I think we'll still see something this year for
it
sure.
It might just move to a different location.
Still
nearby Brisbane for anyone interested in flying over or coming over from the other state.
The good news about it being delayed is I will have more time on my race board to be able to compete at the event. So,
okay. So Scott's talking about racing e-skate.
Yep, my race electric skateboard arrives in a couple of weeks, so I'll be able to get some more time on the. I was going to say time on the deck, but I can't say it with my accent. Time on the board before the event, so that's going to be good. Right, Statera bikes. To wrap that up before we finish. So Statera bikes, we had another delivery. New batch getting prepared. The current batch is almost sold out.
New models
which is nuts.
coming.
New models coming.
New beach cruisers.
I'll let Steve talk about the colours because that's his passion project.
No.
Even Amy's laughing. She's new and she's already laughing.
Come on.
So we've got new colours. We've got new colours.
Choosing colours for bikes when you can't see what the colour looks like on the bike.
It is. Well, you've done some Photoshop training. I'm impressed with what you've been doing.
Tried.
So we've got new models, new colours, more upgrades, which is awesome.
Yes.
And they just keep.
We're putting. Should we tell anything about what's coming in the next round? Keep it secret for now.
No. It would be nice to show them instead of talk about it.
That's fine.
We'll just wait. Watch the space. But honestly, I mean, I'm surprised at how these things keep selling. Like you think about EUC, like I think we sell a shit ton of EUC, considering the population of people who actually ride here.
It's quite a niche,
right? But e-bikes
mobility device.
E-bikes just blow that out of the water. Like the amount that we're selling into retailers, it's crazy. Like it's so good to see the amount of people who are taking up like the e-revolution and getting on bikes and buying them for their kids.
Well, like we explained before, the reason that we wanted to do that was because we understood that EUCs weren't necessarily for everybody in the family, and as a result of that, we wanted to bring in, and that's why we tried dabbling in scooters at one point. And anyway, glad we went down the bike path. But bikes with partners, wives, kids, whatever, great option to be able to all get out as a family and enjoy it. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Sister, Karen, have you finished?
Sure.
So I built the dual I built the dual motor, dual battery X2 last week, and Steve took it for a spin in the car park, and he
it had the front motors.
It was fully engaged, and it has a torque sensor. So the more pressure you put on the pedals, the faster it takes off. And Steve hits the pedals and
it down.
Spins the wheels, starts sliding sideways. He's drifting towards his brand new car, but did pull it up just in the last. Actually, let's go recreate it for this so we can put some footage.
We'll show you what it does. Fun bike.
It is fun, yeah. It's powerful. So dual 1000 watt. Right, anything else? So F22, new site, accessories, Sherman S pedals on sale. Check out the link below. Falcon, ET Max, links all incoming. T4 versus S16 we've covered. Statera, ERL, Amy.
F22 might not be that far off.
Yeah, well, they're doing the graphics, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see it next week.
I heard that it might only be within a month.
Yeah.
So,
as in ready to ship or ready to talk about?
Who knows? They'll be talking about it for 6 months normally.
Yeah.
But no, I think they might start launching in a month.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Cool. Awesome. Anything else? You can do the ending today.
Thanks for watching. Ride safe, and we'll see you next time.